Welcome back to E-Erotic the brand. Hi, my name is Eden Middleman, your favorite dating and sex coach here. I just want to remind you guys that I do one-on-one coaching. If you are interested, I'll put the links in the description below. If you do want a one-on-one coaching session, that can be done through Zoom, email, we can pivot, we can alter, and we can adjust, whatever makes you feel comfortable. I also have some courses coming out very soon, so make sure you're subscribed to my mailing list. And I'm launching some really cool, fun courses where I'm giving you guys my all. A lot of us have been cheated on in the past. A lot of us will be cheated on in the future. It's the name of the game of relationships and just falling in love and being in that realm. Here's how to never worry again about getting cheated on in any relationship you enter. The truth about dating is it really has nothing to do with the people you date. It has everything to do with you. And this is something that seems counterintuitive for a lot of people to understand, digest. But then when you go through the ringer and you actually experience dating and you meet different people, you start to learn more about yourself than you do about the other person. How we date, who we attract is just a reflection of us. Okay, our demons, our positives, our skills, areas where we lack, areas that we have not healed from, things from our past that are brought up, etc. And you're going to see them in patterns, okay? Life really likes to humor us and show us things over and over again until we get it. It's almost like whoever's above or the universe is just girl, are you not going to get this? I'm going to send you the same version of Chad 17 million times till you fucking register that this is Chad in a different suit. Do you know what I mean? When you worry about getting cheated on, what is happening here is you are stressing yourself out and therefore self-sabotaging this relationship. So even if this relationship was supposed to be good, you're ruining it. So when you go into a relationship and you start stressing because let's say you've been hurt in the past, right? And you're worried this is going to happen again, and you try to control this other person, or you try to micromanage, or you try to spy and stalk on social media, find their locations, just constantly on them, thinking that that's going to prevent you from getting cheated on. The funniest thing about all of that and all of the hard work that you're doing, the overtime that you're doing and not getting compensated for, truthfully, it's almost like it happens on purpose. It's almost like, and here's a little spiritual dust I'm going to throw in here that you may or may not love, is you end up attracting it more. So maybe it is beneficial for me to scare you a little bit. The more you worry about something, the more you're attracting it because you're just fixated on it. Okay. When we're putting our attention somewhere, we're basically saying that we lack it, so we want more of it. So for example, I'm so stressed that this person's going to cheat on me, and you're constantly worried about it. So then you start acting in a way where you're pushing this person away, or you're becoming too much, too clingy, too obsessive, too controlling. Your relationship then becomes not great, not positive, not fun, not loving anymore, because you're are you cheating on me? Oh my God, let me stalk your phone. Let me stalk. And you start building these really terrible habits, and you start spiraling, and you start looking at them as they're up to no good. There's no way they can love me. There's no whatever. And all of these insecurities, self-esteem issues, past traumas come up and boil over, and you become a person that no one wants to be with. So inevitably they either break up with you or they do end up cheating. They're oh, you want to see cheating? You want to see whatever? You're going to micromanage me? I can be more secretive. I can get away with stuff. You end up doing it to yourself. The more you're stressing about it, the worse it's going to be. Now, okay, Eden, what am I supposed to do? I'm so fucking stressed about it. Because you're bored. Okay, because you literally have not much going for you. Yeah, I said it. I'm sorry. Your friends are not going to tell you this. Your mom's not going to tell you this. She thinks you are the light of her life. You actually need a fucking hobby. You need a job. You need to go and put your time elsewhere, because why do you have all this time? I was like this once for a quick sec, if I'm being honest with you. That was because I was hurt in the past and I could not trust this person. And I was oh my God, I just can't get myself to trust you again. I was so blindsided before. And so, whatever. And I was just becoming this annoying person that this person didn't sign up to be with anyways. So it was just I was just shooting myself in the foot. I was embarrassing. At the end of the day, I was oh my God, I can't believe I said that. I reacted that way. I just became psycho. And then one day it just dawned upon me. I'm I notice that when I'm alone and when I'm bored, to be honest, and when I'm home, I start digging. I start searching for problems that don't exist. It's I almost want there to be one, so I feel less mentally crazy. But the solution to feeling less mentally crazy is to do things that make you mentally healthy. It's like A plus B equals C, guys. I always tell you, just try and reverse engineer things. You know what would help? Like if I got a job, or if I found a hobby that took up my time that I had apparently, or that I found, or that I made, okay? That's the key, to be this annoying person, right? Because I was so terrified of something. I was trying to control something that you cannot control. And yeah, I could have gone in this episode and just like really highlighted the fact that, hey, here's the reality of it. If somebody wants to cheat, they'll cheat. Okay, sorry. And what are you going to do? Try and avoid social interactions, okay? And like actually become a reject of society? Like, are you really going to do that? You really rather that? Okay, grow a fucking pair. You live in the real world. Like, stop being a pussy. Like, I could come at you with that because that's the truth. And I've had to tell myself that before. Like, you cannot avoid hurt. Life is ups and downs, hurt and love and fairy tales and not really. And you're going to be served lemons and you're going to be served fucking fruit and candy. Like, you just got to take it, roll with the punches. And it's who you are after the aftermath and how you deal with the things that really builds you and changes the trajectory of your life. So I can go at you with that, but this is shit that you know. I'm trying to come from like a very almost mathematical approach of just being like, do something about it, okay? Do something about it, because we can talk about this, you can watch a video, but if you don't have like actionable things to do tomorrow, right now, after this video, whatever, you're not gonna really absorb shit, okay? You need to follow shit up with action. You need to go after what you want. You can't just sit there and create a vision board. You need to do things that will get you to the vision. Get busy. That doesn't mean to distract. Okay, there's good distractions, sure, and there's bad distractions. But what this means is I am sitting freaking out over something I cannot control that is not productive. So we need to sit and do something that is productive, that is beneficial for us. The reason why a lot of us are stressed about being cheated on is not just that we may have been cheated on in the past and that we are traumatized. It is because we have low self-esteem. We actually low-key somewhere deep down inside don't believe that we deserve this person, or that we think that they can do better and we are not good enough. However you want to word it. And that is why we freak out even more, because if you were secure and if you were comfortable with who you are, you would never flinch. You would never worry. You would never stress about somebody leaving you or about somebody cheating on you. Would it hurt? Absolutely. You're a human being and that's totally fine. But you would not be sitting here trying to find ways to figure out, what is my partner doing? How can I control the outcome? How can I make them stay, essentially? How can this not happen to me? People who don't care about being cheated on, and by don't care, I mean, of course they care. They come from a place of, listen, if it happens, at least I'm not the cheater, If it happens, that's fine. Go be with that person. Because if you don't want to be with me, I too don't want to be with you. I'm not going to control you. I'm not going to force you to be in this relationship because I want someone who genuinely wants to be with me. And here's the thing. I'm not worried about ending up alone, because if it's not with you, it'll be with somebody else. And if I have to find out that you're a shitty person, I'd rather that happen sooner than later. Period. Right? Instead of trying to control you and keep you locked up in a cage, and if one day I turn around, you're going to run away. Like, do I really want to be in that relationship? Is that really a relationship? I deserve better than that, right? So why would I freak out about it if this person wants to get up and go? Get up and go. That's confidence. That's self-esteem. That is somebody that knows their value and their worth. And where did that come from? It didn't just come from birth, guys, okay? Everyone goes through life and everyone experiences shit. So they might seem strong, but a lot of people have had to go through a lot to be strong. So don't sit there and be a brat and think that your life is the saddest, most pathetic thing. You are acting like the saddest, most pathetic thing. You do need to get out of that and give yourself some tough love. You know what? People have gone through shit. I can go through shit too, and I can come out of it, okay? I just have to want to come out of it. And I think that that's where the blockage is. Well, of course I don't want to be like this. Of course, why would I? How do I benefit from this? Of course, on the surface, it sounds ridiculous, but you're acting ridiculous. but you're still sitting in your own shit, but you're still not changing things. So yeah, you do low-key want to be in this headspace. Woe is me. Okay. It's easier to sit in your shit and to be a victim than to actually get up and do something about it. Right. And that is work on yourself here. So now that hopefully we've understood that self-esteem really does impact our behaviors and the relationships that we decide to sign up for. If you also feel like you're scared to get cheated on and you're worried, it's more so a self-esteem issue than anything else. How do we build that up? Well, how did you have that before? When we are so fixated on, oh my God, I don't want this to happen, we ignore the positives that we already have. One of the exercises I'm going to throw out here for you guys to do is to take inventory of the positives in your relationship. This person chose to be with you. There was no gun to their head. They are still around. Okay. If they didn't want to, they don't really have to. They say they love you. They show up for you. Like, try and find the positives instead of looking for like, ooh, did he breathe like shady? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, like, why was he like looking out the window? Or why was she like checking her phone? Like, breathe. Okay. I'm going to take a sidebar moment here, because if you were hurt and done wrong by this specific person that you are currently with, it is totally fair that you're going to be skeptical and on edge. That's a different type of video. If you get back with somebody that did do you dirty, that's a different way of handling it. So it's fair. And those are things that you need to work on together, you know, either couples therapy, or you should be able to speak to this partner and come up with some sort of compromise until you get to the point where you're comfortable. What I'm talking about here is this person has not previously wronged you, and this person is just dating you, and you may have been wronged from other people in the past. Because I know I'm coming at it as if like you shouldn't be this way. It makes sense in certain situations why you may be this way. However, it doesn't omit the fact that you should not be this way. This is what needs to be done. Make sure you're pouring into all areas of your life. You've heard me say this before. It's important for you guys to really digest that. This is the key to not being scared and fearing losing a partner, or them leaving you or getting cheated on, okay? But it's also a way of increasing your confidence and self-esteem, which will then combat all other issues that you may have in relationships that are coming and are rooted from you, okay, and stemming from you. When you have a job, a career, you're making your own money, okay? It doesn't mean you have to be making so much money, but you have some money, some financial security. You have friends, you have, people to talk to. You have hobbies, things that keep you entertained and occupied outside of your relationship. You are invincible. You will survive any heartbreak or any potential issue that might come forward in a relationship, or really in anything that you experience. Because when you have your own back, when you have your own money, when you have your own people, when you have your own hobbies, when you can be by yourself and enjoy your own company, people that come and go won't tear you apart, because they're not tearing the essence of who you are. When we are dependent on somebody financially, emotionally, mentally, for security, for safety, for self-esteem, for confidence, for entertainment, for whatever, we're fucked. That doesn't mean that you can't rely on your partner, okay? That doesn't mean that you shouldn't rely on your partner. There's certain moments where you can. But at the end of the day, if that was stripped away, can you stand on your own 2 feet? If the answer is no, you have a lot of editing and auditing to do in your life. It is so important, not just as women. I'm talking men as well. You cannot be codependent on another human being. People die, okay? People come and go. Shit happens in life. And the one thing I have seen, the one common denominator between everybody who is paranoid about somebody leaving them, or in a terrible relationship and can't get out, in toxic relationship, the main underlying thing, I can't divorce them, I can't break up with them, I don't have this security, I can't do this on my own, I can't, limiting beliefs, and legit have put their life on pause ever since they met this person and have nothing going for them. This makes it easier for the other partner to manipulate you, to coerce you, to keep you in unhealthy relationships. This is not what this video or this episode is about, but I do want to highlight how incredibly important it is for you guys to all get your fucking shit together. It's your life, okay? The plus one, okay? The partner, the life partner, the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the fiance, the husband, the whatever you want to call them, it doesn't matter what the fuck their title is. It's a plus one in your life. Okay. They are important. Don't get me wrong. Like my fiance, most important person in my life right now, besides my kid. Okay. But if shit doesn't go well with us, I'm good. So if he wants to act out of line, go ahead. I'm good. I'm not going to beg to be with somebody who's going to mistreat me or hurt me or whatever, God forbid, because I didn't do my part for myself. And that, my friends, is what takes the biggest hit of your self-esteem, your confidence, your self-worth. And when you're already low internally and you get kicked down, it is so hard to come back up. That is why you are so terrified to get cheated on. Because you experience the lows of the lows because you are already low. You didn't know. With this person, you thought you were high, you were good, you were happy. But that's because they were the ones that were filling your cup. You couldn't fill your own cup. So without them, you now feel literally dead. Heartbroken as in my heart can't beat. Like heart attack kind of feeling. Like I am lost like a goddamn puppy. That is why life is so terrifying for you, and you think being all like macho and like fuck this and like I'm not gonna love anybody and like no one can hurt me, whatever, is the weakest fucking thing, because you're the most insecure person, because you were hurt, you were kicked down, and you don't know how to get back up, and you cannot build your self-esteem except being a cold-hearted person and being distant and being whatever, okay, and then hurting other people. That's why you see so many of these types of people out there, because nobody has been taught to be reliant on themselves. Not financially. Financial literacy is zero for most people. I mean, common sense lacks, as we know. Emotional maturity's like, is there emotional common sense even? That is why you're going to see all those types of people. Don't become one of them. And if you've become one of them, it's not impossible to not be that anymore. You have to take care of yourself and your world. The reason why, and I'm going to say this for the 100th time, if you have not registered this, guys, the reason why you are scared of being cheated on, and the only way to not have that fear weigh over you and ruin every single type of fucking relationship you get into, is because you have not built a life for yourself that you are comfortable with. You do not have to build a life that is Lambos and fucking Birkin bags, okay? You don't have to build something that's somewhat comfortable so that you can stand on your own goddamn 2 feet if you need to by yourself on your own. You know how invincible you fucking feel? You guys don't know. I was in a relationship where I was financially dependent on this person for everything. And he was happy to be that person for me. It wasn't like, he was looming it over my head or anything like that. I lived lavishly. But the minute me and him were not doing so well, I was homeless. Okay? I was living on someone's couch for months. I was miserable internally. I was doing stupid shit. I then got into a relationship where I hurt somebody else because I was going through it. Do you see how horrible this pattern can get? And what did I do? I had to wake the fuck up. I went through some trauma that I wish I didn't have to experience for it to have woken me up, but it woke me up. And I chose to do and be better because I was like, I'm not going to go down this path. Like, this is not going to be my life. And I changed for myself for the better. Now, and then when I was dating, I came in with that approach of, I got myself. I pull myself out of the fucking hole in the ground. Like, I'm good. Now, if you want to enter my life, you have to be somebody that is great. Okay? You have to treat me wonderfully because I can treat myself pretty well. This is where you level up, not only in life, but in the partners you choose, but in the mental state that you are in when you are dating. Okay? The confidence levels. Okay? Work, opportunities, people, different types of people are suddenly attracted to you. You are opening up a whole new fucking portal. There are things you can suddenly do that you couldn't do before. There are people you can suddenly meet that you were not able to have access to before. You're unlocking a fucking level, guys. More on this will be coming out on the courses that I'm creating for you guys. So if you want more of this, if you need this in bite size, if you want some exercises on how to get there, sign up for my mailing list. This stuff will be coming out in this new year. And I'm so excited to share with you guys all my tips, all the things that have helped me when I was at the lowest of the low. I'm giving you guys literally like my recipe. that I have followed that has been tried and true and that has saved me, that has taken me from being so terrified of being hurt to being somebody that's like, you know what, let me enjoy life. And you know what, I'm not terrified. If it happens, it happens. I'm good. I really hope that this helped you guys. Thank you so much for being here, for listening to the podcast, for watching this on YouTube. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It means the world to me. And hit the bell so that you are notified when I post, so that you're not missing my episodes. If you're listening to the podcast, rate it 5 large and in charge stars, because it really helps me so much and allows me to continue doing what I am doing. Don't forget, if you need any coaching services one-on-one, I know that 2025 is a year full of uncertainty and all of that. Don't allow dating and all of that to be one of the things that stress you out. If you need guidance, I am here. I am wishing you guys all an amazing 2025. Have the best year ever. Do better, be better, put in the work, and then you'll thank yourself and potentially me later. Okay? I love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you back here very soon. Bye.